Well, good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to Roberts and Wesley. We are going to be doing our first live stream of contemplative practices or spiritual practices. So just give me one more second. Our hope is to have Laura David Foster join us today so that we can get things started. Spiritual practices is typically done in our sanctuary or memorial hall, where you are invited to individually and on your own go through a series of activities that help you to connect with the spirits, with the divine, with God, in a way that works for you. Because we've moved to a virtual environment and we are taking time to do this via Zoom, it's going to be a little bit different than what we might have done in the past. In the past, you come through and there would be instructions all over the sanctuary with different stations for things for you to try. But because we're doing it this way, there's only a couple ways that we can actually do this. So today we're going to start with first a guided meditation, and then we will be moving to more of an artistic exploration. And so Laura has invited you all to look for things like a plate or a plastic lid or bowl, something that you can draw a circle with, to have some drawing paper with you, along with some crayons, markers, or pastels. You don't need all of those. You just need a couple of the different ones. And I think she's trying to join us right now, so hopefully that will happen. Yay, there's Laura. Hi, Laura. So like I said, this is our first time trying spiritual practices in this way. And so we invite you to find some drawing paper for later. And again, modify this to whatever way works for you. If you're not as artistic, you're more than welcome to do some journaling or writing as well as we go through this. But we are seeking to find a way to balance our lives and to find a sense of wholeness in this time that seems a bit chaotic and out of control. And so I'm going to invite you to first find a comfortable position. Find some place in your house where you've got some space and some quiet. If you need to, you can always light a candle to start this time to prepare yourselves for a meditation. Next, you need to focus on your body and thinking about a space or a way that you can sit comfortably so that you're getting some good breath. Some people like to put their hands on their knees. Others might hold a prayerful type position where their hands are together, but whatever is most comfortable for you. I would also encourage you to close your eyes or to focus on the candle, whatever works best for you at this time. So I'm going to invite you to just first take a deep breath, breathe in on a count of 3, 1, 2, 3, hold your breath, and then release it on a count of 3, 1, 2, 3. Breathe deeply again, 2, 3, and release, 2, 3. Take one more deep cleansing breath. And release. With each breath, just try and slow down your breathing until it becomes very comfortable and very rhythmic. As you continue to breathe, I want you to notice where there is tension in your body, starting at your head, relaxing your eyes and your jaw and your face. For some people, it helps if you really clench it up first, hold it for 2 seconds, and then release. Allow all the muscles to relax. Notice where your neck is and the position that it's in. Allow your chin to be out in front of you, not tucked in and not too far out, but just in a nice, comfortable position so that your head is in alignment with your back. Taking a deep breath, releasing it. Maybe roll your shoulders a couple times or squeeze and release so that they drop down. Allow your arms to relax, and your hands, and your fingers. Try and find a comfortable position for your back and your hips. Remember to breathe deeply. Notice your legs, your knees, your feet, and your toes. Help them to relax and let go of whatever tension it is you're holding in your body. Taking deep breaths, holding them and exhaling is a great way to begin to quiet one's mind and open one's spirit up to how God is at work and the Spirit is work in our space and in the world. Now I want you to imagine a vessel of some sort. Whatever vessel first comes to mind, but a place where we can put things. I want you to imagine that God's love is the edge of this vessel, that there is a warmth to this vessel and a lot of space. Pay attention to the details of the vessel that you are imagining. Does it have a color? What shape is it? Are there any deformities or imperfections? Are there any cracks? Is it a moving vessel or one that is very still? What is your vessel made of? What does it look like? Focus on the vessel. I want you to take time to think about the things in your life that are weighing you down. Things and feelings that you have been holding on to that are exhausting you. Pick one of those things. Imagine that anxiety or that feeling or that fear. And I want you to take that and place it into the vessel. Allow it to slide in or drop in or throw it in, whatever feels right for you. But take that piece and place it in the vessel. Let go of that piece that you have been carrying. And take a deep cleansing breath and allow it to settle, knowing that it is in a good space where it will be cared for, but you no longer need to care for it. Now pay attention to what else is on your mind or in your heart. What else has been rumbling around in your mind and your body that is taking your energy, that is worrying you? And again, imagine it and place it into the vessel that you have created. Take a good look at it before you place it in there, trusting that it will be cared for as well. Focus on your breathing again. I want you to feel that empty space in your being. Perhaps you feel like something is missing. What is it that you are missing in your life? Imagine it and pass it too into the vessel. Remember to take a good look and then let go and let it pass into this vessel of love and care. And continue to repeat this pattern until you feel a sense of peace and calm in your whole being. Is there a question or a pain that has been created in your spiritual life that you need to let go of? Is there a worry or ache in your body that you need to let go of? Is there a puzzle, question, something that's plaguing your mind that you need to let go of? The vessel that you have placed all of your worries and cares, your longings, your thoughts, all the things that you have placed in this vessel are in good hands. Imagine that God is wrapping love around this vessel, an energy that is holding it all, untangling all of these things that have been tying you up in knots. Imagine God's gentle care, God's whispering word, helping to tease apart these words, this baggage, this heavy baggage that you have been carrying, teasing it apart and taking care of it for you. Take a moment to feel what it's like not to carry this with you. Does this make room in your life and in your being for something new? When you cast your anxieties onto God and into this vessel, how does it make you feel? Feel the weight of this time and this world being lifted off of you. And for some time, let go of your worries. Let go of your anxiety and feel the peace that comes with this action. Allow all of those fears and anxieties to swirl in the love of God. And feel yourself being filled with new energy, with cleansing breaths, and peace. Now imagine the light of life, the divine presence, the God of love, filling you from your core. Filling you with energy and a new outlook. Allow God's love to transform your negativity, your fears, and your anxieties. And know that you are loved. And when you're ready, slowly move some of your toes and your fingers. Feel your body again. And slowly come back into our space. With a new sense of clarity, new thoughts, new opportunities. And if you need to, you can stretch and just really feel every bit of comfort and joy that comes from the embodiment of God in your life. And I now will pass it over to Laura for you to explore in a different way the balance of body, mind, and spirit.
Okay, thank you, Karen. That was so peaceful and relaxing. I was imagining an oyster shell for some reason, casting sand into the oyster shell. The luminous colors. And so we were going to look at balance and wholeness and how we can contemplate this by creating a mandala. And I was hoping to share a screen. So I'm just going to see if I can do that. No, I think I will avoid doing that just with the technical situation going on. So, so we're going to work with a circle, and for those of you who are may have seen ahead of time, to have something to use as a template, such as a plate or a plastic lid. Or you could even possibly have a plastic container such as this. It has a little bit of paint on the bottom of it. And then you just want to place it on your paper, and it could be art paper or and drawing paper, or even any kind of paper you may have, such as your paper from your printer. And so then you would just draw the circle with a pencil. And so that is going to be the beginning of your mandala. So for those of you who might not know, a mandala is a circle. It is a Sanskrit or ancient Indian word that means circle. And the mandala has been used since ancient times to meditate and to contemplate wholeness. And the circle is great for that because it is a geometric shape that has no beginning and no end. It's just continual. And so it has the feeling of being whole in itself. And so many people have used this circle to contemplate and to create drawings on in order to just get centered and grounded by creating designs and just contemplating and meditating and finding calm as you do this. So I'm just going to show you a couple of designs quickly, just to give you an idea of what you can do. These ones were created on black paper and with pastel. But you can use any color paper, including white, which is probably the most common color paper that you might have around the house. So this is another example. So these are examples of mandalas that were created with a particular pattern, beginning from the center and slowly working your way out to the edge of your circle. When I was creating this mandala, I had no idea of how I wanted it to look. It just sort of organically grew as I started in the center and started with patterns and slowly worked my way from one pattern to the next, and from switching colors from one to another, and slowly working the way out and adding colors and patterns as I went along, and slowly creating the process. So those are just two examples, and you don't necessarily have to have a pattern like this. It could also be just simply taking whatever markers you have on hand and just beginning to fill your circle. I recommend finding sort of estimating where the center of your circle is. So I'm just going to place a point on the center of my circle like this. See there? That's the center of the circle. And then just begin to fill your circle, and maybe you just want to add patches of color and slowly fill in the circle, being very contemplative in the same way that you were prior to this, when Reverend Karen was guiding us in a meditation, so we're finding calm, we're finding centeredness, we're relaxing into it. We already are in this nice, relaxing state. And so we're going to slowly just relax into this process and just begin to create some kind of pattern using colors to fill your mandala, your circle, with different colors and shapes. And as you're doing this, just notice how calming the process might be for you. So for this one, which is quite a bit different from my other mandala, I'm just slowly adding color to the circle. So as opposed to this one where I was adding more obvious shapes and patterns, in this particular case, I'm choosing to just fill my mandala with color. So the choice is yours, and I invite you to just explore how you would like to create your own mandala. So the process is to center your pattern in the circle, and through that centering process, you find a sort of a grounding, a sense of calm, and just be able to just let go of anxieties as you distance yourself from them, as you're focusing on working on your mandala and adding colors to the circle. So I'm just going to take some time now to work silently and just allow you to join me and do the same. So I hope you enjoy the process, and we'll just take a few minutes to do this. So we'll work for, I would say, quietly for about 10 minutes or so. And then we will talk more about the process and how it may have been. Okay, so enjoy. So just in case you've just joined in, I'm just explaining that we are right now working on for mandalas. This is how far I am so far. We're just taking our time to relax, find calm, meditate. In a mindful process, being present in the moment, noticing the colors, noticing how they're blending together, and just being present in a non-judgmental awareness. As you do this, you let go of any anxieties and let go of any ruminations, negative thoughts. Just focus on the enjoyment of the process, artistic, creative process. So I'm going to take another 5 minutes. Just finish this mandala I'm creating. And hopefully some of you are creating along with me and finding calm as you discover how this mindful process can help you with this. I love how the creative process works. I had no idea what I was going to do with this mandala in the beginning, and it's just starting to take shape with the colors that I've been applying. These colors I'm using are Crayola. They're not Crayola. They're crayons by Creatology, and they're just a really nice mix between they're kind of a combination of oil pastels. They have a quality of an oil pastel, but they're water-based, and they just have a nice way to just glide along the paper and form a nice patterns. Just as you make marks and apply the color to the page. I'm just about finished. And again, this one is quite different from the other ones that I've just showed you. This is just blending colors and just enjoying that process of blending colors together and not really making actual patterns. So this is it. So you can see how this mandala quite a bit different than the ones I showed you at the beginning of the session. This one is just blending colors together and showing shapes and colors, adding them to the page. And so this has been a meditative, mindful process. So I hope you enjoyed listening and possibly joining me in this process. Thank you. Karen, Reverend Karen.
So thank you all for joining us today for our spiritual practices. Feel free to rewatch it if you missed the meditation at the beginning, and to take some time each day to practice connecting in with something that is spiritual and divine and beyond ourselves, so that we can be refreshed and renewed in times when we feel great stress. So go in peace into this world, friends, and we hope to do this again probably in a month. Thank you all for joining us. Bye-bye.